Get your curls percolated. Oh, me, get you some.
What's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue, and I am back for another T.I. and Tiny Friends and Family Hustle. So let's just go ahead and get right into your girl's notes, okay? Just a few things. The episode was just kind of okay, you know what I'm saying? It's alright. So the episode starts off with Toya doing a photo shoot for her little bonnet company. She sells satin and rhinestone and really like little cute satin bonnets for the hair, because you know we gotta keep this shit moisturized, okay? She talks about how during her last pregnancy, after it was over, she started to lose her hair, started to lose her edges, and thank God it's coming back, but it was an issue for her, and retaining moisture helps your hair from breaking off. So, you know, it's cool. She got Rashida and Latoya there, you know, to show support and be boss bitches together. And they talk about how hard it is juggling being moms and being workaholics as they are. So Latoya Luckett asked her what happened in New Orleans. And once again, we're talking about how she's worried about her mom. She says her mom did well back in New Orleans, but she wants to try to get her mom like a job or something to keep her busy, because she feels like, you know, an idle mind is the devil workshop. If she get bored, then maybe she'll, you know, want to go back to getting on drugs. So if she keeps herself busy, then she could, you know, just kind of be in the moment instead of being in her head. And I think that's a good idea, and I do understand how Toya feels. She is the sole provider for her family, and her mom doesn't do anything. She doesn't work, and Toya just kind of feels like her mom has always been able to do what she wanted to do. Never really had a lot of responsibility. Even when they were young, they were living with family members that were looking out for the kids while mama was out here doing whatever she wanted to do. So Toya feels like at some point you need to have responsibility in your life, okay? She's tired of feeling like the parent in the relationship between she and her mother. So y'all, Monica is a mortician, okay? Apparently her uncle owns a mortuary and a funeral home, and she has the touch, okay? She can look at a picture and do the makeup on the deceased person to make them look how they did when they were alive. And she talks about experiencing a lot of deaths at an early age, and how seeing them as they were makes it a more peaceful transition, other than when you see the effects of the illness or just somebody that's not good at doing makeup on dead bodies, how it can sometimes make the experience more jarring than it needs to be. So while she's getting this lady together, well, I assume lady, but whatever, you know, she talks about the relationship with she and her dad. She touched on it last episode, but we didn't get any specifics. Apparently, after her parents got divorced when she was like 13 or something like that, she was a preteen teenager, and they got a divorce, and it changed the relationship she had with her dad. She went from being a daddy's girl to having this type of protective anger about her mom and whatever happened in their marriage, which is unfortunate because that's not for her to feel. You know what I'm saying? I know you feel how you feel about the fact that the family is being broken up, but it shouldn't be like coming to your mom's defense, because their marriage is their marriage and he's still your father. So just things changed after that. And I'm not saying it's all Monica's fault. I'm just saying it's unfortunate that that was the reaction she had to their, you know, divorce. But she wants to talk to him because she feels like it's time now, and she wants to put all of the things that were issues for her in the past and move forward, because life is too short. And I really agree with that, you guys. I really do. I feel like if you have a parent that you are estranged from and the situation can be helped, and I personally feel like as long as they're alive and able, and what I mean is in their right mind, because, you know, some people, parents, you know, if the drugs was an issue, they might still be on drugs, or if they have mental health issues and they don't want to take their medication, you know, just stuff like that. But I feel like if they're not dead, it can always be fixed, and you should want to fix it, because at the end of the day, we can say what we want to say, but the people we come from mean something to us. And if those relationships are scarred, then it is going to scar us, especially if we don't deal with it or heal from it. So even if you can't come to like a positive place, at least have a moment of clarity and getting past it and understanding that, hey, I wish this was better. I can't make it better, but I have to do better, and I can't let this be a negative effect on my life going forward. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, it's a lot when you have issues with your parents like that. So anyway, moving along, T.I. and Tiny are back from Trinidad, and apparently their trip was a vibe. Looks like a lot of romantical situations happening, okay? Sex under the moonlight, private pools, you know, the whole nine. He's been doing a lot of massaging of Tiny, and he's about to leave, and she's like, where you going? You not staying home? And he's like, oh, this is home to me now, huh? And she said, come on now, you know, this is our home. And the mama is sitting right there. The mama was babysitting the daughter, and she like, come on, I want you to come in the back and massage me some more. And he like, look, girl, I ain't massaged you enough. You ain't loose yet. I was like, oh, I guess this how I go, and everything must be nice. A whole bunch of sex and feeling good and everything, and then you remember he's an asshole and a dog. Lord. Mama wants to know, are they taking divorce off the table? And he says inevitably, okay? Inevitably. He always got to break the word up, okay? Inevitably, after they've, you know, had more days of them having a good time together and being on the same page like they have been, the closer they will be getting to divorce being off the table. But we already know divorce is off the table. Them people ain't getting no divorce. I don't think he want to divvy that money up the way he going to have to divvy that money up for all them damn kids, okay? And as much as he's a great father, she would still be the primary parent, all right? So the Trap Museum, okay, T.I. is putting together a Trap Museum to bring awareness and appreciation to some of the originators and contributors to the culture, all right? And it will basically have exhibits that explain the childhood experiences of some of the, you know, everybody's favorite rappers and what they went through to get to where they are now. And I like that idea because I feel like that shows these kids that there is a way for them to get out of their trapped environments, okay? Because that's what it is. It's a trap, okay? And we got out of the trap and made trap music, and in that way turned the negative into a positive the way us black folks always do, okay? And basically, they have 72 hours to get this shit together. But this shit is not together, okay? It's not together at all. And it doesn't look like it's going to be done in time, and T.I. is worried and wants them to go ahead and get these little exhibits, you know, up and everything. They got money, they got a gun exhibit, and he making jokes about that, but we all know he didn't have his history with getting arrested for having guns, and he ain't supposed to have guns because he was a felon, okay? But yeah, we're a little bit worried about the Trap Museum and if we're going to have to go ahead and set the date back. So Tiny goes to the museum to talk to Jermaine Dupri about doing a 20th anniversary tour for So Def. And there's an issue because they don't know if Candy's going to want to do it because this is at the point where Candy was not really wanting to do any new music with Escape. So they went out and did Escape 3, and now they're not sure if she's going to want to do this So Def tour, especially considering the fact that she hasn't always had the best relationship with Jermaine or some of the other, you know, members of the group. So Tiny has been called in to mediate the situation. So Toya had the brilliant idea of taking her mom down to her manager Rick's restaurant so that she could work there in the kitchen. Now, Toya bought her mom a restaurant some years ago, and the mama was apparently giving away food and not doing right by her business, so she lost the business. And now Toya wants her to work. So she goes back there and, you know, puts on the shirt and everything, and she thinks she about to come in here and just start cooking. And he's like, no, you need to start from the bottom just like everybody else did. Start mopping floors and washing dishes. And she like, I'm not doing all that. What are you talking about? I'm 53 years old. I'm 54 years old. What are you talking about? I'm not doing all of that, okay? I am here to cook. All right, that's what I do. I cook. I don't wash dishes. That's not what I'm doing, baby. I'm sorry. I can't do this. So she did a little bit of dishes, and then she went outside to smoke a cigarette, and he like, what you doing? And she like, look, I can't do this, baby. All right, I'm 54 years old. I can't be up in here cleaning up and all of that. I cook. That's what I do. If you want me to cook, I cook, but I ain't gonna be doing all of this, all right? Baby, I gotta go. So she called Toya, and Toya ain't even made it around the block yet. Gotta come back and get her. And she gets in the car, and Toya is trying to explain to her that she has to start from the bottom just like everybody else. But she is continuing to go on and on. I don't clean up, I cook. What don't you understand? Speaking any damn English. I cook, I don't clean. And Toya is like, no, mama, that's not how this goes, okay? You had your own business. You ran that into the ground. You didn't do right by it, so now you have to start over, okay? You have to pay your just due. That is how this goes. This was all just a test, and he probably would have let you cook tomorrow, but you failed the test, okay? So here we are, and she's sitting up there talking about, well, I can go get a job somewhere else. And not if you don't have the resume or the credentials, mama. Oh, Lord, I can understand why Toya is kind of wore out by the relationship with her mother, because it's like, first of all, I have to be worrying about you being sober. Then I have to worry about taking care of you, and I'm tired of feeling like that. And I want you to go out there and have a life of your own and take care of yourself so I can stop feeling so responsible for you, because it's kind of like she's felt responsible her whole life, probably worrying about her mama and her drug, addiction and all of that. Taking care of her little brothers and all of that. It's kind of always been on her, and I think that right now, having her new baby, she just kind of wants her mama to be a support system for her instead of being somebody that she has to support. And I can understand that. I'm telling y'all, I tell you, I see, every time I see somebody mama, I just always kind of be like, whether it's a good mama or, a not so good mama or a bad mama, I'm always like, I'm so grateful for my mom, because my mom just really did everything she could, everything that she was supposed to do, and a little bit more than what she was supposed to do for us. You know what I'm saying? Always there. Always responsible for us. Never was just dropping us off at people's house for people to just have us, and we don't know when mama coming back and all of that type of shit. So I understand how hard that must be on Toya. So LaToya and Monica take Madison and Leia painting, and Monica talks about her dad, and LaToya lets us know something we didn't know, that her mom is her manager, and that the relationship between she and her mom as mother and daughter takes a back seat to the managerial situation. She can't talk to her a certain way because she gonna, clap into, I'm your mother. Well, no, not right now. Right now, you my manager, and I'm paying you to work for me. So that's what the situation is. It's very difficult for her. And also, when she told her mom she was pregnant, instead of her mom being happy that she has a grandchild, she was kind of like, oh, that's nice. Kind of disappointed with the fact that there's going to have to be a slowdown in the money-making situation. And I just kind of feel like when it gets to that point, you need to just go ahead and separate yourself. And she said she can't fire her mama, but I'm like, I'll be damned. I'll be damned, lady. Mama, I love you, but you can't be my manager no more. You're fired. I need a new manager. I need you to be a mother. I need you to be happy when your 30-something-year-old daughter who is married tells you that she's pregnant. Okay? Like, I need you to be there. All right? I need you to be happy about that, not sad because it's going to slow down whatever the business is. I just kind of felt some type of way about that, and it just kind of seems sometimes like LaToya might be out here on her own sometimes as it pertains to having people who she can really confide in and support her that isn't her husband. You know what I'm saying? So Tiny goes to OLG to talk to Candy about the tour, and she says that she don't feel good about it. I'm like, Candy, are you really going to sit up here and be petty? Petty. Mad because back in the day, Latasha and Tiny used to get the bigger rooms, and they rooms would have all the food in it. But Tiny said that she would get the biggest, what she says, the biggest Swift or whatever the cart is that takes them back and forth and all of that. Candy had the biggest vehicle or some shit like that. So, you might not have had a lot here, but we didn't have a lot here. And, it was just a give and take. Nobody was out there messing over her. But they just kind of going back and forth about it. And she said she don't know because there's still some issues between her and another member of the group, and we don't know who that member is. I'm thinking it might be Tamika because she seems to have worked out her issues with Tasha, but Tamika was making some comments still, and it just kind of seemed like it might still be contentious, just a little bit. The thickness in the room, Lord have mercy. Them girls know they need to go ahead and get along. All right, all of that juice flowing around. Get along, bitches. All right. But Candy said she called whoever the girl was, and she didn't answer the phone, but then accidentally called Candy back and it hung up in her face. So Candy don't know how she feel about this whole tour situation. So Toya and her mama go to therapy with Dr. Sherry, y'all. Lord, I ain't seen Dr. Sherry in a month of Sundays, y'all. So her mama is basically the child in their relationship. And Toya just explains how she feels. I done bought my mama homes and cars and restaurants. I've done everything I can to ensure my mom has something for herself. And yet still, I am the constant 24/7 ATM. I am the one who takes care of everybody. She don't have a job. And even though she don't want to back off from her mama, she wants her mama to take initiative so she don't have to back off, But Dr. Sherry tells her that she needs to back off herself. Give her mama a list of things that she needs to accomplish and back away and allow her to do that. And her mama wants things to get better. But it's just hard for her. I think that the years of drug use and, you know, probably not having the best education, not having the best childhood, having such a hard life have affected her mama in a way that makes it hard to teach an old dog new tricks, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? For lack of a better term right now. It seems difficult on Toya and difficult for her mom, but her mom does this thing where I think when shit gets too complicated for her, she just taps out and goes somewhere in her mind where you ain't. And I see that. So I hope that they're able to work that out. T.I. goes back to the museum and sees that shit is, from what they say, 99.9% done, but it don't look like it's 99. It don't look like it's 1%. It don't look like it's 0.1% ready. It look like you need about another 45% on this shit. That's what it looked like. And they are discussing pushing it back another week. And T.I. said that's going to cost him more money, okay? But he would rather spend more money than to rush this and have something that could really be great come out half-assed. And I'm like, good, because don't nobody want to see no half-ass trap museum. So then he gets into micromanaging, okay, we need to do this, and we need to do that, and we need to move this over here and make sure that we do that. And I'm just like, all right, T.I., do what you was meant to do. Be a manager, nigga, okay? So Candy meets with the rest of the group. Everybody thicker than a Snickers, talking about the favoritism, and you know, they basically talk it out. Tamika has Candy's back and says that they did used to have all the good food and all they had in their room was meatloaf. Nigga don't even eat meatloaf, what the fuck? And it was kind of like, all right, y'all, that's the past, we can get past that. But Candy says that they need to work on consistency because there have been times that they say they're going to meet up or they're going to talk this day, and then the day comes and nobody's talking to anybody. And ultimately, they say they need to do better. But Tiny is like, so, bitch, are you going to do it or are you not going to do it? And she said, of course I'm going to do it. You know, just, it was okay, y'all. The episode was okay. The interesting things were Monica being a mortician, her relationship with her daddy, LaToya and his relationship with her mama, Toya and, of course, her relationship with her mama, and the fact that we got to keep watching this roller coaster ride of Tiny and T.I.'s relationship. Child, I guess. I hope y'all enjoy the review. Please don't forget about my merchandise. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. If you have not already, go to my website, www.BONDYBLUEREVIEW.com, and go ahead and check out the merchandise under shop. And I'm also going to be, I became an Amazon associate, so I'm going to be adding things from Amazon, like the type of camera and ring lights and furniture and different things I like, so that if y'all want to purchase certain things from Amazon, y'all check out my page and, you know, go ahead and work through me. Give me, you know, you're going to spend your money anyway. Go ahead and give me my little 10%. You know what I'm saying? You want to go ahead and do what you're going to do anyway. It's the holidays, baby. So I'm going to get that together, and I'll definitely be letting y'all know on YouTube in a video when the Amazon part of it is all finished, but I'm still working on a website. I'm updating it. Now that I have the time, I'm going to go ahead and jump back into it. All right. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all week, and I'll see y'all in the next video.